more. God damn.
If you don't say the line, if you don't say the line, yeah, but if you don't say the line, it's soft.
What line?
You got the Super Bowl because of the song. If you don't do the song and say the line, what's up,
everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Please like the video and subscribe. Our target is only 1,000 likes. So fresh off teaming up for a pair of tracks on Kendrick Lamar's GNX album, Kendrick Lamar and Censor are joining forces for the co-headlining 2025 Grand National Tour. Presented by Live Nation, PJ Lang and Top Dog Entertainment, the North American trek featuring former TDE running mates is set to invade 19 stadiums across the continent next year. The Grand National Tour is slated to kick off in Minnesota on April 19th and then rumbles through Houston, Atlanta, Charlotte, Philly, the New York area, Seattle, LA, San Francisco, Las Vegas, Detroit, Chicago, and Toronto before wrapping up in Washington, D.C. on June 18th.
Two more. God damn.
If you don't say the line, if you don't say the line, yeah, but if you don't say the line, it's soft.
What line?
You got the Super Bowl because of the song. If you don't do the song and say the line, what's the point?
Which line are you talking about?
Pedophile one.
No, I wouldn't do it. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't do it, not because, and I said this way before any lawsuit stuff. I wouldn't do it because I wouldn't. That's not my moment. Like I hate people who think Kendrick Lamar is only at the Super Bowl because they're not like us.
Yeah, he is there.
He's not though. This guy's had an amazing career. If he didn't have Not Like Us, Kendrick could still do the Super Bowl. This is the second time.
Not this year, but he could, but not this year.
Well, okay, to that point, right?
Yeah, it was the biggest song this year. That's not saying it's not deserved.
Yeah.
Absolutely deserved. It's the right person to have.
Absolutely.
But because of the hit song, it's like.
But then he put out a fantastic album. Like, Kendrick could not do Not Like Us and still have an incredible, beyond incredible set.
Right.
I don't need to hear I don't need to hear any of this record at the Super Bowl. And I'm about to say how many people really even know these records, that'd be stupid. Everybody knows about the Drake Kendrick diss because it was the two biggest rappers, two of the biggest artists in the world.
Which is what you want to see.
I wouldn't give Drake that moment. I just wouldn't.
Why do you think it's his? Why do you think that's his moment though?
I wouldn't mention my op on the biggest stage.
You don't gotta say his name.
I would do the hook. I literally would do. I had a marching band in New Orleans. They not like us. They didn't had a crowd thing, and then go on to another record.
Yeah,
explosion, boom.
I can see him doing that. Like,
that's what I would do.
I can see the
I'm
crowd.
not mentioning Parker at the Super Bowl. I'm not mentioning Parker at the Super Bowl.
That shit is soft.
I don't want to mention.
Why is that soft?
That's soft. Y'all are moving the goalposts.
To have the crowd say it instead of even him saying it.
That's fire.
Yeah.
But you have to play the song.
Yeah.
And you have to create that scenario where it's played. You could get sneaky about you not saying it, but the crowd says it. But you have to do that moment.
I don't want to see Kendrick doing.
He's been doing shots.
Drake, I heard you like him young. This is your moment. Like the Super Bowl is like
he got it.
Because rappers don't do it. Rappers
don't
get rings.
You don't do it. If you don't do it, you're just like the artsy little nerd that people think you are.
I don't think.
If you want to be number one, hey.
He's already
Michael Jackson plays his hits when he does it.
Listen,
everybody who does it plays their hits. They don't not play the biggest song they've ever had in their career. And this is by far the biggest song he's ever had in his career. So nobody goes to the Super Bowl and doesn't play their biggest song. And if you don't, you're scared. Or you're bowing to corporate interests. And if you're bowing to corporate interests, then now you can no longer be like, I'm the indie guy that's always slept on and nobody thinks about it.
Well, he's not indie.
I think that there is some branding and marketing around it that he's definitely leaned into. So now that you have the opportunity for the corporations to tell you what to do, and you go, oh yes, of course, whatever you want, Pepsi, I'll make sure that I do that. Now you can't criticize Drake for doing the same thing. If Drake is the bubblegum candy corporate rapper, and the second everybody loves to criticize people for opportunities they don't have. Now that you have the opportunity to prove you the indie real guy and you don't do it, soft.
We never saw back to back on a big stage.
Yeah.
We never saw Drake go anywhere and perform back to back on a big stage.
That's not.
Well, he did the OVO Fest.
Never.
Yeah, he did the OVO Fest. And he did it.
No, he had plenty. He could have performed it at the NBA All-Star game. He didn't do it. He gave a little
he
shot.
He said he's going to retire.
Listen,
if he gave a little shot to Meek when he was talking to Kev, and he was just like, yeah, Philly's had a rough month or a rough year or some shit like that. But he didn't perform it. I just don't think you should do a diss record on a big stage like that.
Pepsi show? If it's Pepsi show, that's fine. And Pepsi want to tell you what songs you're allowed to perform, that's totally fine.
You don't got to listen.
No, you don't have to listen.
He's going to do it.
You don't have to listen.
I don't think he should do it. I'm consistent. Before the lawsuit, I said he should do the horns and the hook. I just wouldn't be up there mentioning all them other
Yeah,
people
that's what I'm
during
saying.
my
He don't
time
gotta
like
say
that.
the whole song. He's gonna play the hook.
Especially in
He
an
has
era.
to.
Now, mind you, especially, and it ain't even really most all about
gotta
Drake.
get a song.
It's everybody else that he mentions in the record.
Yo, imagine I went to Abu Dhabi and I didn't make fun of them at all.
Yeah.
People would be like, oh, you scared? Oh, no, it's not the same, but I'm saying, they'd be like, oh, Schulz, you scared? You go to every other country, but when you go to that one where you could get arrested, now you pussy, you don't make fun of them. If they said that, I'd be like, man, you're right. You got a good criticism. I took the bag going over there, but then I didn't keep it consistent of what I do 100%. So you either scared or you let Pepsi tell you what songs you can or can't play. But either way, it's not authentic. That's the biggest song you've ever had on the biggest year you've ever had, and it's a slapper. He plays that shit, the whole place is gonna go fucking crazy.
Yeah, but he got about 5, 6 other records that he can play that's gonna make me. I'm a Kendrick fan, so there's other records he can play that.
There's no question. He's a prolific artist. I'm not saying he's not a prolific artist with music that's phenomenal. I'm not saying that isn't the case. What I'm saying is that is by far the biggest song of his career, and this is his year, and he's doing it at the Super Bowl. If he doesn't do it, he either is scared or doing what Pepsi tells him,
listen,
the NFL tells him.
let's say this.
He's gonna do it.
But listen,
And that's okay. A lot of people get in those situations where they do that. They're not willing to fight for their art. That's fine.
There's nobody scarier, terrified, frightened than Aubrey Graham. I've been saying Aubrey filed this lawsuit because he's scared to death Kendrick might perform this at the Super Bowl.
I think more reason to perform it.
I think he did this for 2 reasons. I think Aubrey filed that lawsuit because he wants to make the Grammys feel like, man, we can't reward this record, man. This record got, he's calling him a pedophile and he's getting sued over this record. We can't give him this record, even though Grammys, we can't avoid it.
If they don't give Kendrick the fucking Grammy,
He got to get with it. It's rap song of the year.
it's not even close.
Not even close.
Okay, let's just.
Not even close.
I'm honestly trying to speak objectively here. It's the song of the year. The Grammys would do themselves a disservice to not reward the person who put out the song.
Not Like Us is one of the biggest songs ever.
That's my point.
I'm not even joking.
That's why you gotta play it. That's why you gotta play it.
But you realize you already been taking shots at
biggest
Drake
stage.
too.
Orange in the Hook.
No, it's the biggest song
Orange in the Hook.
on your
Gotta
biggest
do it.
stage. You gotta perform.
You could do this. You could say this. You go, say Drake, and then don't say anything, and the audience goes, I think you like him. Yeah, that is it. Now it would be like, what I would look at it is this. I would look at, you had crazy corporate interests telling you can't do it, and you said, I'm gonna play my song, but I won't say that word that the entire audience is gonna say.
That ain't the part I would hit anyway, though. The part I would hit was trying to strike a chord, and it's probably
A minor.
Yeah.
But it got to be something, and because if you don't do it,
He's been taking shots already during his little teasers.
Who? What's the shot?
Kendrick.
What shot did he took?
The first one when he was like, "There's only one."
I think
one
Kendrick
winner,
moved on
something
from
like
Drake.
that. He probably did, but
Like a long time ago. Drake is the one who hasn't
but
moved
he's
on.
still performing. He knows he got
you can't help that that's his biggest song.
Yeah.
So even if he moved on, we didn't. Your biggest song is tied to him.
GNX got records on there that I love. That song ever.
That's
But
all
that's
I'm
because
saying.
Not Like Us is one of the biggest records ever. But I'd much rather see Squabble Up at the Super Bowl.
He's gonna play that too.
Yeah.
You got to do Squabble Up at the Super Bowl.
Play the Broccoli song, but also you got to do the
Him
one.
and SZA going to do Luther. You know, I don't know, man, I probably wouldn't do Luther.
Yeah. Luther's.
Kind of slow, right?
Yeah, he could make it.
Listen.
Y'all figuring they could jazz it up.
The debate isn't whether he has amazing songs throughout his career. The debate is not whether he deserves it or not. He absolutely deserves it. So all these things are true. But if you don't play the biggest record you ever had, it's corporate interests
I don't think so.
influencing you, and that's which
Because
is fine. We all get influenced by corporations.
You know why? Because there's records that I know he's going to perform that would piss off that crowd way more than Not Like Us. We gonna be all right when he's saying we hate Popo. Like that right there. I know they don't want him to perform that. I got and he did that at the last Super Bowl with Dr. Dre. If I'm not mistaken, they bleeped out Popo.
Yeah.
When he says I hate Popo, they bleeped it out. That record right there is more risky to do than not. They don't care about him dissing no rapper, bro.
How important is your art to you, man? That's all. You gonna let Pepsi decide what you can or can't do? You work your whole life to create a career where you can write songs about whatever you want, the things that are important to you, and then Pepsi goes, yeah, but cut that shit out.
I don't think Pepsi told him that.
I don't think so either.
I don't think Pepsi
I
told
think
him.
he's going to play the song. I can't fathom.
But if he does it,
not
it's not
play
because the corporate told him not to.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
I don't believe that.
Yes, it is. And it's okay.
Because I wouldn't play. I'm not even. I wouldn't do it.
You might not, but I'm saying it's okay to want corporate connections. It's okay to want these relationships. It's okay to want to build your career in that way. Drake did a great job of doing it, but now you can no longer criticize Drake for being a corporate rapper the second you get a big corporate opportunity and the corporation tells you what you can or can't do, and then you acquiesce. That's all I'm saying.
Now